Hey, what's going on, comic fans? It's Mr. Q Comics, back with some more books to show off here. Today I've got a really old haul. It's a bunch of stuff that I picked up on eBay a while back. I went on a bit of a buying spree for a few-week period. I got a few comic lots. I picked up some individual keys. Just a lot of great books, a good variety. I think there's a couple copper in here. There's some bronze, a good amount of silver, and a good amount of gold at the end, and I'm really psyched. So before we dive into it, guys, please go down below, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave me some comments. Let me know what you think about these books. Let me know what you think about the deals I grabbed. So let's dive right into it. First book, we will start off with some modern stuff from 1991. Uncanny X-Men 282, which is the first cameo of Bishop. This was just one of those auctions where someone had it ending at like 8:30 in the morning. Wasn't listed in too great a depth. I don't know if you can pick it up, but I noticed in the listing it's actually signed by, I'm going to butcher it, Will Portasio, I think is how you say it. So I picked this up. I think I won it for like $1, and with the shipping it was like $6. It's probably a VF copy, and I think at the time I had some eBay bucks, so I didn't end up paying anything for it. So guys, if you're shopping on eBay, be smart about it. There's great deals there if you dig. There are auctions that end at really odd hours. There are auctions that are not listed correctly, where they misspell. There are people who just don't care. Maybe they're an antique dealer and they came across some books and they will just throw up whole lots that say comic books. Dig for those things. There's a lot of good deals to be had. So, it's not in the best of shape. It's VF, but a good first appearance, probably a good spec book. Who knows what's going to happen with the X-Men in the MCU. So for $6 and sign, yeah, all over that. Next lot, this was another one. The guy just listed it. I can't remember. It just wasn't fully described. It's a lot of some Doctor Strange. We've got Marvel Premiere number 3, which is from 1972, a mid-grade copy. Barry Windsor-Smith cover and art. And it's a 3-book lot. It came with number 12. I think that's Frank Bruner. Awesome Frank Bruner cover. And these are all pretty mid-grade. And the one I picked it up for is right here, number 10. Which is the first full Shuma Gorath, Death of the Ancient One. Again, I think Frank Bruner on the cover and art on this. This one's from 1973. That one's probably in the best of shape. Fine, very fine. And I think I got the whole lot for $20 I won it for. And with the shipping, it was like $25. And I think he just had it as listed as like Doctor Strange lot or something like that. He wasn't calling out those keywords that people would search for. So fantastic buy. I was trying to find this book. And I was usually seeing just this book alone in the $30, $40 range, if not more. Again, it's not near mint, but still a good buy there. Next lot, this is a nice stack, and I think I took some stuff out. If I remember, probably about 20 books altogether. And I think I picked up this whole lot for $100. It was like 20-something books. We'll just jump in real quick. Some of the lesser issues. We got some Bronze Age Captain America, 176. We've got Captain America number 211. I think that's a Jack Kirby cover on that. We've got Power Man and Iron Fist number 75. We've got a low-grade copy of Alpha Flight number 1, which has been heating up recently. Probably mid-grade. It is totally beat up. But still. You got New Mutants number 1. This one's probably, same thing. Not in the best of shape. Probably VG fine. Power Pack number 1, which did definitely get some heat a while back. That one's probably a little bit better shape. Got a nice copy of Web of Spider-Man number 1 as well. That one's probably near mint. Hulk Annual number 5, which I think is the second appearance of Groot in an original story, I think, from 1976, mid-grade. All right, so keep in mind now, $100 for the whole lot. I think the guy was asking $200, and I make lowball offers. That's what I do. I find sellers. I do not buy from the top sellers. It's very rare that I am buying from a top tier seller. They command the most attention, the most followers. They just get the highest bids because there's a lot of people out there that just want to buy from a trusted source. So if you're going and you're bidding at auctions ending at 10 o'clock at night from sellers that have, 50,000 feedback, you're paying top dollar. So you got to target other sellers. And this is why I got the lot right here. These last 5 books. We have got the Wolverine miniseries, which I absolutely love. Wolverine was always one of my favorites growing up, still is. So I am just hooked. Anytime I can get my hands on this, I will pick it up. And this is a nice near mint copy of that. Number 2, the other ones aren't in as good a shape. Probably VF Plus on number 2. Number 3 is probably more like fine. And a nice copy of number 4. So right there, how often do you see this lot go for $100 on its own? Probably all in better shape, all closer to VF near mint, but still a good buy. And to finish it off, a nice copy of ASM 252, a newsstand copy, probably in VF condition. So, of course, the first black costume. So for $100 for all of that, that is a steal. So deals can happen for sure on eBay. All right, now I think that does it for the lots. I can't remember. Let's dive into a little DC Silver Age. This was just, I can't remember if this is an auction or a buy it now, but it's a book I've always wanted. Batman 234 for Silver Age Two-Face from 1971. And I got this, I think, for like $45. So a good pickup on that. A couple of ASM auctions. I think these were auctions I won. Copy of number 30, which is the first appearance of the Cat Burglar from 1965. This is probably good, very good. And I had always been wanting this and never picked it up. And then somehow I ended up getting like 3-4 copies within a month, which always seems to be the way it works. Number 33, this one's in pretty good shape. I probably overpaid a little bit for this, in my opinion. This one's probably VG range. It's a classic Ditko cover from 1966. I paid $72 total. That's with the shipping when I worked it out too. So, but it's just one of those books I always wanted. So if I'm going to overpay for stuff, it's going to be those ASM books that I want in my personal collection that I have no intention of getting rid of. And a lot of the stuff I'm picking up to hold and flip is for the purpose of getting an ASM run. So those are the books I will overpay for. If it's something I have not been able to find, I finally come across and it's something I really want, I'll pay a little bit extra for it. All right, here we go. Oh, you know what? I think this was all through the same seller as well. We've got, I think he had 2 separate lots, and I think I made best offers on both of them. First one we got, this is the first lot, the first 3 books, Marvel Team Up Annual number 1, which I think is the first new X-Men outside of the title from 1976. Had a copy of X-Men Annual number 4, and the reason I picked up this particular lot was the Avengers Annual number 10. Great book to be picking up right now. There's so much attention on Miles Morales, on Null, on Silk, on Spider-Gwen. Those books are just absolutely on fire. Huge money going around for some of these modern books. To me, maybe there's not as much attention on first appearances of some of these other X-Men characters, these older characters, Rogue, Psylocke. Maybe that's the time to be snatching them up when everyone's attention is on some of the other stuff. But now this is way before that, but still, this is a really solid copy. I have been stockpiling on Rogue first appearance and Psylocke first appearance. Even like Jubilee, X-Men 244, I think, you can get those cheap, and I just feel like those are characters that are going to show up in the MCU eventually. I know we had Psylocke in the X-Men Fox movies, but do those count? I don't know. You tell me if those count. So this is a nice near mint copy. Those 3 books were $55 at the time, all shipped. So I was definitely happy with that. And the second lot I picked up from them, this is really rough, both of these. The Iron Man, I really had no interest in the Iron Man, but for some reason he had it bundled with this other book, Iron Man number 7. Super low grade. I don't think that's a key at all. But the reason I picked it up, and this is super rough, but I didn't have, this is the oldest I had. I just had to get it, even in lower grade as it is. Incredible Hulk number 6. It is covered in tape. It's got to be poor, maybe fair. Yeah, Hulk number 6 from 1963. It's the final issue. It's got the first Metal Master and first team appearance of Teen Brigade, Ditko cover, Stan Lee's story. These two together, I think he took $70 for it. So even in that condition, I thought that was a great price, and I got the other lot from him as well. So I thought both were fantastic deals. So I'm definitely psyched to have it, even though it's in such bad shape. But it's the oldest Hulk book I have, so happy to get that. All right, this one, another book that has been just so expensive. When I got back into the hobby in 2015, these books were not. It's crazy how much this entire series has spiked. It's just a classic cover I have always wanted, but not wanted to pay for it. So this is, again, low grade, but to me, it was presentable. And I think I lowballed. I think the person wanted 200, and I offered them 100, and they took it. So Silver Surfer, number 4. Gorgeous, gorgeous cover. I do absolutely love this one. This is, I think it's John Buscema on the cover. Stan Lee's story. It's just that classic Silver Surfer versus Thor cover, and I think it's the second appearance of Mephisto as well. It's got a big spine split, like up to here. It's torn on the edge, so it's got to be in the good range. But to me, very presentable. So I was happy to pick that up. That's a book that I intend to keep. So I just wanted something presentable. And yeah, I was psyched to get that for $100. All right, that was it for the Silver Age stuff. So the last handful of books, I always save the Golden Age stuff to the end. So these are just fantastic covers, just awesome Golden Age artwork. First one, same thing. This is in, got a wicked spine split, as I recall, but it's so presentable, gorgeous cover. It is Jungle Comics number 136. The colors on this absolutely pop, but it's just got this really terrible spine split up to like here again, I think. I haven't taken it out in a while. I picked it up for $65. So, you know, probably a little more than I would have wanted to pay with that spine split, but it's such a beautiful copy. Otherwise, the colors, I don't know if you could see the edges. It's surprising to see the rest of it in that good a shape. And doing a bad job showing it off, but it's getting in that good a shape, and then it have that spine split. But just a gorgeous cover. I love this. I think is it Fiction House who did these? Yeah, Fiction House. These series, Jungle Comics and Wings and all these kind of good girl covers. It's definitely one of the things I've been getting into in the past year or so. So real happy with that. Next, we got some EC. I think I picked these two up from the same seller, shipped together, as I recall. Frontline Combat, awesome cover, number 15. I think that's Wally Wood cover. I just love the detail is awesome on that book. I don't typically buy war books, but these EC titles, I think it's, I'm drawing a blank what it is. There's another war title, and I'm forgetting what it is. But in this and Frontline, that and Frontline Combat, both just phenomenal covers. And this one I picked up with it as well. Crime Suspense Stories, number 24. George Evans cover, just fantastic stuff from the Golden Age. Every time I pick up these titles, I'm just amazed to think, what did these come out? 1954 for both of them. Just picturing a little kid walking into the pharmacy, and this is on the newsstand. It just cracks me up. Just, would you see anything like this today? Oh my God, there'd be so much outrage. But just phenomenal stuff. All right, last couple. What do we got? I think I got 5 more, all EC books. Super happy to have these. They're so tough to come by, so when I can get them, when I have the money to pay for them, I do. I love getting the raw copies if I can. Shock Suspense Stories, number 17. I think I did read this one. It's just a messed up story I'm not going to get into, but the content from these books is just awesome. So I picked, again, mid-grade, probably VG fine, probably closer to VG. And I think it was like $110 shipped. This one, I think, is a George Evans cover as well. I think it's a George Evans cover as well. So just an awesome EC book. Here's another one, number 13. This guy's throwing his girlfriend off the roller coaster. Really weird miscut. If you can see it. I think it's miscut. I don't believe that's trimmed at all because it's miscut on the top and the bottom, but really weird. But still, really nice copy. It's got a cool date stamp over her faint if you could pick it up. I thought that was a pretty nice copy, even with the miscut. Again, probably VG range, and they were both like $110. So super happy with those. Last three, all Haunt of Fear. Just phenomenal artwork. Number 27, low grade. Someone colored in his face a little bit. Again, these are all good, very good. That was $67, I think I picked it up for, from 1954. This is another fantastic cover. We got number 23. This one's phenomenal. That one's, I think all the last three are Graham Ingalls on the cover. So same thing, about $100, which seems to be the going rate if you're going to pick these up. Most of the time, if they're not the big books, they're like $100, even in low grade. That's kind of the target I go for. And finally, Haunt of Fear, number 14. I think I did pay a little bit more for this. Again, a Graham Ingalls cover, and I believe this is The Origin of the Old Witch from 1952. These EC books, the horror books, are just phenomenal. There's so much Golden Age stuff out there. I love watching the guys on Instagram and YouTube showing off their Golden Age collection. There's so much great stuff. Super pricey. So happy to have these. Super happy to add all of these books into the collection. So again, guys, thanks for joining me. If you enjoyed it, please go down below, hit the like button, subscribe, leave some comments, and let me know what you think. See you guys all soon.